I was into film from the youngest age possible. I can definitely remember being 7 and watching Star Wars and falling in love with it. I thought I was in love with special effects. I thought that's what I was going to go into, but this was like the 80s and we didn't know how to do that. So, and it took a while to realize film was even an option. And I remember I was traveling around like Southeast Asia, going through like Malaysia and Thailand, and I could have been on the beach, and whatever town I went to, I kept finding cinemas and trying to find like an English film or one with subtitles. And I would be sitting, I remember I must have watched The Grinch like 2 or 3 times at the cinema just because it was one of the English speaking films. And I had that epiphany in the dark. I was just like, this is what I want to be doing. And so when I came back, I went to the uni and I wanted to apply for film, but I couldn't get on because I didn't have any experience because I hadn't made anything, because back then you'd have to make it with film like Super 8 or 16mm or something. And so I ended up doing an animation course for 2 years, high national diploma, and then I specialised in film for the 3rd year on a 1-year degree. And during that, I said to my lecturer, what should I do with my life? And her name was Teresa, and she said, Darren, you're a teacher, go get a teaching qualification. And I was like, really? She said, yes. And I was like, okay, I'll go do that then. And then, so I qualified as a teacher, made some films, ran a cinema on the side at one point, and now I teach. And I think I've been teaching for maybe 15 years, and I think in the last 2 or 3 years, I've really worked out how to do it. And I think I'm doing a better job at helping students grow and be the people that they want to be. I am so frustrated at this question because almost all, probably not all, a lot of the issues we have in the world are because of media illiteracy. And I think you could take almost any thread, but let's start with body image or people feeling insecure about themselves. That comes from media. So why aren't you teaching media at primary school to literally say this image is not real and this is how it is made, just to help people be okay with being themselves in the world? Then you've got, as we're seeing now, disinformation and basically propaganda being spread, so nobody really knows what to believe. And if you look at books like totalitarian books like 1984 or Brave New World, it's not that you have to lie to people, they get to the point where they just don't trust anything. And we're seeing that now, like people don't trust science because it's just mixed in with this massive kind of void of misinformation. So I think understanding media literacy would allow us to live happier, healthier lives, and also to have more understanding as to what is going on in the world and to be more successful overall. What I love about the arts department and the arts college is we have a lot of cross-course collaboration, but I also love the fact that we're all subject matter specialists in our area, and a lot of us have done the thing that we teach. So in media we have Paddy and Debbie Sweeney, who run their own production company and have run that for many, many years. Music has lecturers who often go gigging. We all do the thing, and what frustrates me sometimes, particularly with media, is it used to be seen as like a soft subject, and I think it's quite the opposite, particularly now. But it might be taught by people who don't have the same passion for it as I do. So they may have studied English or performing arts or even PE or something like that. And I just think that if you want to learn a subject like this, learn from somebody who just adores it. I think you're probably coming to the course because you have passion for it. So your tutors should have passion for it as well. And there's nothing I love more when I get a student who's really passionate about an area of film, because really it's a film course, and that I don't know about, and I get to just geek out with them. I just want to be the Lord of the Rings lit beacon for film geeks everywhere, just to come here and make movies and have fun and work out who they are, and then go and have an impact on the world, because that's the other side of media and film, is its leadership. The reason you create anything is to put it in front of an audience, and if you're making film, you want to think about why you're doing that. So what problem can you fix? Where can you shine a light? How can you make people feel? And the fact that they can take music and sounds and symbols and edit all that together and make someone cry is flat out magic to me. The fact you can give someone a fear of going into the sea for the rest of their life because of a movie you made. Even now, if I'm in a shower with a shower curtain, there's every single time I will think about that scene in Psycho. The fact that we can do that and also use it as a force for good is absolutely magical. So the course we teach on is a media course from UAL, which is University of the Arts London. And the way we run it is we run it like a film course. So as soon as you walk in September, we set you a horror movie to make, and you go make it. And then you hit that deadline and we set you another project. I think the second one's an advert. Hit that deadline and we set you another one. And it just goes like that through the year. So you really don't want to fall behind. What's great with it is the first year is 8 units and the first 7 are pass-fail. They're just pass-fail. That's important because what I'm trying to do is get my students to be really, really creative and overcome their fear of failure. Because having a fear of failure stunts everything. You can't be a good entrepreneur, a good scientist, and certainly not a good artist if you're scared of failure. And so I want students trying something new, trying something they've never done before, aiming big and allowing it, giving them the space to allow it to collapse. Because failure isn't always a bad thing. And even if it collapses, as long as they evaluate what went wrong and there's a learning journey within that chaos, then they'll get a pass. And then they can make all these mistakes throughout the year, doing things wrong, and then at the end of the year for Unit 8, they get to choose anything they want to make, and they can make that. And that will give them their final grade of pass, merit, or distinction. That chaos is where the learning is really done. So destinations for this course can be university. That's still an option for a lot of students, and we do get quite a big take up of people go to uni. But it could also be just going straight into the industry. It could be getting a job as a runner, but it could also, as in on a film set, or it could be working in comms. It could be working in the comms department, like digital marketing or something like that for a company. But what I really tried to do is embed skills that I think the students are going to need for the future. And the skills they're going to need, because their career isn't just going to be 2023, 24, it's going to be 2040. And in the year 2040, they will still be younger than I am now, with lots of their life ahead of them. So what skills are they going to need there? And there's a ton of content around this, and it's soft skills. Soft skills is what people are going to focus on, because technology is moving really, really fast, faster than ever. And we know that with automation and AI and robotics, loads of jobs are going to disappear. The thing that is going to really keep you employable is your soft skills. It's going to be things like communication and presentation skills. It's going to be leadership skills. It's going to be empathy and emotional intelligence. It's going to be leadership skills. So I want to put all those together within this course to give our students a great opportunity of being employable in the future. And we do get students who kind of plot twist pivot in their life and go do something out of nowhere almost. So we've had students who've gone on to study law. I've got a student this year who's going to go do journalism. You can go to uni to do anything. So we want to make sure that we've embedded skills that are going to support them no matter what job they do. And there's also a lot of data out now that people will change careers multiple times in their life. It's not like you get a job now at 20 and you do that until you retire. People are bouncing around a lot more. So it's good to have those skills that will cross multiple industries.